Beyond the Badge is brought to you by the Edina Crime Prevention Fund and AAA Minneapolis.
Welcome to Beyond the Badge, a program about the inner workings of the Edina Police and Fire Departments. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sergeant Brian Hubbard. Edina residents may have solicitors knocking at their door throughout the year. Have you ever wondered what these peddlers need to have in order to go door to door in Edina and what your options are in responding? Fire Captain Ryan Quinn sought out those answers and joins us with Edina Police Officer Emily Jepson. Ryan?
Thanks, Brian. We're here today with Officer Emily Jepson on the streets of Edina. We're going to talk a little bit about soliciting and peddlers. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. So what are some things that, if you're going to be a solicitor or a peddler in the city of Edina, what did you need to do?
Well, you need to come to the city. There's an application process, which includes bringing in a state-issued photo ID, an application fee, and you have to fill out the application. After that, we do a basic background check on the individual, not on the business, and then it needs to be approved by the chief of police.
Okay, so everybody that comes through the city soliciting, peddling, does that background check go for every person, or are there some groups that do not get background checked?
That's a really good question. So if you work for a nonprofit agency, a religious institution, or a school, you're exempt from that. There is a separate application, but that's for an entire agency. So the individuals are not background checked for that.
Okay. And they are issued some sort of identification that they need to display?
Right. If you're a peddler or solicitor, you are issued a ID. Looks like this. Okay, so it has the person's photo, their name, the business that they're working for, and the dates that it's valid.
So what do you do if you don't want someone to come up to your door and be a solicitor or a peddler?
So the first step to that is to get a placard, a no solicitor placard. They are available at City Hall. Otherwise, you can go to your local hardware store. They should have them available there too. If somebody does approach your door and you do have one of those, you can either answer the door or not. If you do answer the door, you can ask them to leave, and by city ordinance, they do need to leave at that point.
If someone's coming to your door, you don't want them to, or even if you kind of witness some suspicious behavior, like you feel like maybe they're taking too long, or they're looking through your car, around your windows, around your house, what's the best course of action that someone should take?
Well, if you're outside, I would head indoors, make sure your doors are locked, and give us a call, either 911 or our non-emergency line, which is 952-826-1600.
It's an easy one to remember.
Yep.
I suppose if you have any questions on this, the 952-826-1600 would be a great one to call.
Yep. Or another option is to go to the city website. There'll be a tab for residents, and all the city code ordinances are available there.
That's great advice, Emily. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
Brian, back to you.
Thank you, Ryan. The city's restrictions do not apply to news persons, school children, or employees of bakery, dairy, or grocery delivery services who make an uninvited initial visit in an effort to establish a regular route service for future delivery of perishables. Solicitors may only do business between 9 a.m. and 8 p.m., and they may only approach a home's front entrance. Additionally, the peddler must immediately leave after attempting to make contact or if they are turned away by a resident. A recent upgrade to the 911 dispatch center is nearly complete after several months of work. This is video of the dispatch center before the upgrade and then during the recent construction. Here's what it looks like now. More than $40,000 was used to rearrange the room to add space for an additional dispatcher. The upgrade also included installing a new dispatch console and radios, as well as installing new carpets and repainting the room's walls.
You know, I think the renovation turned out better than expected. We ultimately, our old layout was a little restrictive on our accessibility in the center, and we actually are utilizing the walls for space now, and so I think by even adding the fourth position, we actually gained working space.
The next step in the project is to mount monitors on the wall which will allow dispatch to keep an eye on the station's jail, the City of Richfield's jail, and other City of Edina facilities. These monitors will also enable staff to monitor the city's new mobile camera trailer. This month's safety message is brought to you by AAA Minneapolis. Classes at Edina and Hopkins Public Schools already start later this month. When you're driving around a school zone, it's important to slow down and be extra attentive for children. Since schools often have playgrounds and are generally a community hub for children to gather, drivers must always be alert when they're near a school.
Being in the immediate vicinity of a school during the weekdays, you should expect children, and unlike adults, you should expect children to maybe not follow all the rules and be prepared for some surprising behavior, and that's part of the reason they require reduced speeds around schools. It gives you more time to react, more time to stop.
During the school year, the volume of children in and around a school greatly increases, which is why there are separate areas for parents dropping off children and school buses. This ensures large groups of children will not wander through cars pulling in and out of a school. On behalf of the City of Edina's Public Safety Team, thanks for tuning in to learn a little bit more of what goes on beyond the badge. Until next time, stay safe.